Who do you become? You become the one who knows darkness not as abstraction, but as intimacy. You become the one who no longer fears the abyss because you have dwelt in it. You become the one whose compassion is no longer naive, whose light is no longer unguarded, but whose soul carries the gravitas of one who has walked among devils and returned with eyes that see beyond masks. I want to illustrate this with a dream. Imagine a woman who dreams that she is in a great banquet hall. The tables are full of food, golden chalices overflowing with wine. But when she sits down to eat, the food turns to ashes in her mouth, and the wine becomes blood. She looks around and realizes that every guest at the table wears a mask, smiling, laughing, but behind the masks there are hollow sockets and gnashing teeth. Suddenly, she realizes she herself is wearing a mask. She rips it off and screams, but when she looks at her reflection in the chalice, she sees that her face has become luminous, scarred but radiant. She wakes trembling, knowing that she has glimpsed some terrible and beautiful truth. This dream is the psyche's way of revealing what it means to survive the banquet of the narcissist, to eat the ashes of illusion, to taste the bitterness of manipulation, to remove the mask and find that the face underneath, though scarred, shines with an authenticity that cannot be feigned. This transformation is not without cost. Let no one deceive you into thinking that emerging from the grip of the narcissist leaves you unscathed. There are wounds, and those wounds will ache. You may carry hypervigilance, distrust, the lingering echo of the narcissist's voice that whispers in the recesses of your mind. But those wounds are also inscriptions, symbols carved into your very being. They tell you that you have been through initiation, for survival is not the avoidance of pain. It is the ability to bear pain until its meaning begins to emerge. The empath who has survived becomes a keeper of knowledge, a carrier of shadow wisdom. You are no longer simply sensitive, you are wise. You know the scent of deception, you know the taste of false love. You can sense manipulation in the air, like smoke, long before the fire is visible. And this is no small gift. Though it was purchased at the price, you may ask, why must it be this way? Why must the empath suffer through the darkness of the narcissist in order to awaken? I answer, because the unconscious demands balance. The narcissist cannot carry their own shadow. They project it outward, and it must find a container. The empath, prepared from childhood to carry what is not theirs, becomes that container, but the unconscious does not leave them there. It brings them to a breaking point, to a crisis where the poison can no longer be endured. And at that moment, when everything collapses, when identity itself seems shattered, the psyche has the chance to reorganize on a deeper level. This is individuation, the process of becoming who you truly are, not who the world demanded you to be. It is a perilous path, for many do not make it through intact, but those who do emerge with a clarity and strength unknown to those who have never wrestled with such darkness. There's a passage in the alchemical texts that speaks of the nigredo, the blackening. It is the stage where everything is dissolved, where the matter rots, where the light disappears. But it is precisely in this putrefaction that the seed of transformation is sown. The empath who has absorbed the narcissist's darkness enters their own nigredo. They feel destroyed, worthless, emptied, but if they endure, if they refuse to remain in the illusion, then from that black soil the white rose begins to bloom. And so, who does the empath become